Good evening, race fans. Welcome here to our 7th race of the season for the PCSRA AutoZone Amateur Series as we're getting ready for 67 laps of racing in what is going to be called the Charlotte 100. So, yeah. 67 laps. These drivers cannot make it 67 laps on one tank of fuel, so it's going to be interesting to see how this race will go. And, of course, we were supposed to run this race before the truck race took place, but due to last night's postponement, was rescheduled to today. And we're ready to go 67 laps of racing. Liliana Bata starts on the pole position for this evening's event. First of two tonight, because we have our Buffalo Wild Wings Series race that'll be coming up. Of course, Liliana Bata, dead last in the point standings. And I can't see who's alongside of her. That would be Kevin Lambert in the 29. It's hard because of the cloud cover outside of my window. Kevin Lambert comes into this race 11th in the point standings. Then the 12 of Aaron Hornish. Hornish comes into this race 9th in the point standings. And the 10 of Marcus Thatcher comes into this race. Where is Marcus Thatcher? He is 24th in points. So here is the point standings all the way down to your rookie points. So let's get these drivers rolling off the grid.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You might need to charge your phone. Probably switch it with the other one. Michael Anderson currently is the points leader by 5 points over Natalie Fisher. Ben Carpenter's third, 65 points back, third in the point standings. Fourth in the points is Ingrid Pollard, who's 83 points back. Running out your top 5 is Jennifer Power. She is a total of 99 points back. Then Curtis Glover, Carolina Bradley, Ryan Madison, last week's winner from Hillside, Aaron Hornish, and Stephanie Carlson complete your top 10. Of course, we have 67 laps of racing. Our truck race earlier this evening was really good racing. Of course, we saw a lot of 3 and 4 wide. We got into a long green flag run before the cautions started to pile up. What will we see here as we cap off the first night of 3 here at Charlotte? Pace car is off. Here we come to the green flag. It's Liliana Bata, Kevin Lambert going to bring us to the green, and the Charlotte 100 is underway. Let's go racing, drivers. After this race, we'll only have 9 more races left to go, as here comes Kevin Lambert to the inside of Liliana Bata. Wonder what these drivers learned from that truck race earlier this evening. That can help them out here in this race. Lambert will lead the first lap. Aaron Hornish to the inside of him, who's going to take the lead. Just ignore the little beeping noise. That's the 0-1 of Lucas Albon. Right behind him is the 0 of Stephanie Carlson. I should have got the roster, but that's all right. I might just do it. Oh, no, that's not the roster. There's the roster. That's what I was trying to get. There we go. So that way I don't forget names. Stephanie Carlson having a very good rookie season. 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, 10th in the point standings. There's Jennifer Power, and Lucas Albon has taken the lead. Jennifer Power, 5th in the point standings, has not scored a top 10 this season, or top 5, excuse me. On lap 5 of 67. Jennifer Power going to go for the race to lead on the 0-1 of Lucas Albon. See where our points leader is. 15th. The 73 of Allie Fisher. She is 5th. She comes in this race 2nd in the points. Jennifer Power gets her 5 points for leading a lap. Stephanie Carlson coming up the inside of the 0. There's Natalie Fisher. Came in this race, as I said, 2nd in the points. That's Luca Rosso behind her in the 44. Rosso fell 4 spots after last time out's race. Fell all the way to 12th in the points. And Natalie Fisher going to lead this lap. As things stand, if she leads this lap, she and Michael Anderson are tied for the points lead, and she did lead that lap. So now those two, as of now, according to my live points, are tied for the points lead. Luca Rosso, to his inside, will be Dan McAllister. That's one of the Venturini Motorsports cars. That's the 15 of Nina Cambridge. And of course, you will see Nina Cambridge in the Monster Energy Series race 2 nights from now. There's Ben Carpenter in the 94. That's 3rd in points. 65 back, entering tonight's race. As my pizza looks like it's done, so let me go get my pizza out of the oven.
How you doing? Huh? We'll go outside.
Was Patrick Combs, who just took the lead. Be the 2nd straight lap he's led tonight. Of course, he was in the Truck Series race and didn't have a good performance. Angela Thornburg right there in the 3. Angela Thornburg 23rd in points. Behind her is Ryan Madison, our most recent winner from Hillside last week. Trying to get to charge my laptop. I can't find the button. Hang on a second. Here we go. I was trying to charge my laptop and I couldn't find the button to charge it. Daisy Flowers in the 25 for Venturini Motorsports came in this race 16th in the points. Of course, all my roommates will be going back to work tomorrow with the exception of me, so at least I'll be here in the booth tomorrow. Another lap led for for Natalie Fisher. Okay, I was saying it right. I was making sure I didn't say it wrong. If she were, this would be trying to go for her second win of the season. And she would also take the points lead away from Michael Anderson heading into next week at Milwaukee, which that will be 150 laps around the Milwaukee Mile. That will be next weekend because trucks will be off next weekend. Trucks won't be back until we go to IRP. Some 3 wide back here. That was really close. Rubbing fenders. That's the 20. Is that the 20? Yeah, that's the 25. That's Daisy Flowers. She's rubbing doors with Drake Robertson and Tina Jones. All 36 cars still in this race, still on track, and still on the lead lap. Gonna get my fuel in a second. And it looks like I didn't miss much of the race here. There's the points leader, Michael Anderson. Excuse me. That was a good drink. Marcus Sellers in the second position. That's Natasha Drummond. I'm still trying to get used to these names. Natasha Drummond 28th in the point standings, need a good run. And now Michael Anderson has the 5-point cushion back on Natalie Fisher. Of course, these drivers, these 36, are very young prospects that could go up and be the stars of tomorrow. For the lead almost, and Drummond has taken the lead. We've had 6 races, 6 different winners. Could tonight be our 7th different winners? Liliana Bata takes the lead from Drummond. Patrick Combs, who ran the truck race earlier tonight, was involved in a wreck. Thankfully, he's okay and doing really good here tonight for the Australian Amateur Series. So I'm going to put it right here. Jennifer Power in the 43. Should have got me a knife. I may do that right now. I'll be Jennifer Power's take one. Looks like I didn't miss anything. Jennifer Power still leads. So next week, we'll have the Australian Amateur Series, which will be their halfway mark in the season, as Pete Ramirez takes the lead from Jennifer Power. It will be our halfway race of the season. As we'll have live coverage of the Springer 150 from the Milwaukee Mile. An 8:30 Eastern Standard Time green flag from West Ellis, Wisconsin. So far, we're still clean and green. Of course, while the Australian Amateur Series head to Milwaukee, trucks, as I said before, will be off. Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series, as I put my phone down so I can put some more of this pizza. Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series will be coming your way from the road course of Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. That will be a noon Central Time start for the Road America weekend, because, as I said, trucks will be off until we go to IRP, which is about 8 weeks from now. Ariel Moore has taken the race lead. She's 21st in the points. Ariel has had a okay season, only one top 10 this season. Marcus Thatcher leads. We're past the halfway point in tonight's race. Everybody's been off the pace so far. We have been caution free so far. I have not seen some new names like Alex Winters. I haven't seen her up at the front. Of course, Alex's sisters, Annie and April Winters, are watching this race right now. Of course, April Winters just got done racing the truck race. Maybe we might have taught Alex about what line to run. And you will see April and Annie Winters, as well as the other 37 drivers, in tomorrow night's Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. Natalie Fisher takes the lead again. Of course, these drivers can't make it 67 laps on a tank of fuel. They can only go 66. So fuel mileage might come into play tonight, just like we saw in our truck race earlier tonight. This race is a lot calmer than what we had in our truck race, as Curtis Glover's taking the lead. First time I mentioned Curtis tonight. Came in this race 6th in the points. He was 14 points back of Jennifer Power for that 5th spot. And why do I bring that up? Because if you finish top 5 in the point standings after the season finale in Toronto, you automatically move up to the Coca-Cola Truck Series, which, speaking of the Truck Series, their haulers have already left the track and are already on their way back to the shop. Of course, April Winters has already left the dressing room. She already left the dressing room when the green flew to the pit lane. As Paul Walker's led a lap, here comes Luca Rosso. A couple of names who have not had good seasons, like Liliana Batta. Luca Rosso's had an okay year. But when will we see pit stops? Check the back of the field. Oh, Alyssa Albon came to pit road. Apparently she had something go wrong. Blake Pepper's back here. Amy Pruitt's back here. Dylan Jacobs. Zach Lambert, Ryan Madison. Madison was up at this lead pack, so apparently we had some problems. And they're about to catch the 5. I think they already caught the 5. Yes, they did. So it looks like the 5 had a problem or something. Is now 5 laps down. So Alyssa Albon's season has not gone better. Of course, these leaders have yet to pit under this long green flag run. So this has been a complete opposite of the Truck Series race, you know, and Cody and the guys were talking about this in our intermission report in between the Truck race and the AutoZone Amateur Series race. That, you know, if the AutoZone Amateur Series race is calm and collective, what could this mean for the truck, or for this race? Or a truck race was also a crazy wreck fest. There's Alex Winters. Hadn't seen her up at the front of the field. That 03 team has not had a good season so far. 22nd in points, only 1 top 10 this season for Alex, the rookie. And of course, we will see April Winters and Annie Winters, as well as the other 37 drivers in tomorrow night's Buffalo Wild Wings race, which, by the way, they had qualifying this afternoon before our truck race. And Lucky Prescott and Sean Art are on the front row for tomorrow night's race. Lucky Prescott, of course, trying to get in the top 30 in points. Didn't have a good race here tonight in the truck race, so we'll see what happens for her tomorrow night in the Buffalo Wild Wings series. Of course, that is 200. Excuse me, that is 200 laps, not 134. Liliana Bata still leads, but here comes the question: when will these drivers pit? Of course, the 5 was already on pit road 5 laps down, so the 5 can make it to the end. Everybody else, however, can't make it the rest of the way, so they're going to have to make some pit stops here in the closing stages of this one. And it's been a very calm and collective race here at Charlotte. Can't imagine what it would be like next week at Wisconsin, the Milwaukee Mile. Which the Milwaukee Mile hasn't had any racing, well, other than the ARCA series. Which is what what these drivers are racing are the ARCA Menard cars. Even though it's AutoZone Amateur Series, but you know what I mean, the ARCA cars. If you pit now, you can make it to the end. Checking back here, see Amy Pruitt was running very well in points. Ingrid Pollard's back here, so we have 30 cars in this, or 31 in this lead pack. And like I said, some of these drivers on the lead lap that are in this lead pack, these 30 drivers on the lead lap, could have a chance to win this race. And of course, the 5 is out of contention. Let's go on board Dan McAllister. Only going 182 miles an hour going into turn 1. Of course, Monster Energy will have qualifying tomorrow to set their division races for their Coke 600. Of course, Cody Smart, Nathan Orman will bring you coverage of qualifying tomorrow for the Monster Energy Series. And they'll have their final practice before the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race tomorrow. See where the 2 of Michael Anderson is. He's up here at the front, battling with Alex Winters in the 03. Of course, these cars are running the same bodies as the Monster Energy Series, except they're a lot slower in horsepower. And of course, Monster Energy, we don't know who would be the 16 drivers in the chase for the championship. I can tell you that Amy Pruitt's definitely going to take a hit in the points. Zach Lambert, 20th in points. He'll definitely take a hit in the standings. When will these leaders pit? Somebody's going to gamble and stay out and pull this win off. Of course, the 5 can't do that because the 5 had whatever the issue was. Like I said, it's been a struggling season for Alyssa Albon. And she's, like I said, 5 laps down. So it's a disappointing run for her, but it's kind of been her season, if you ask me. I'm seeing a number of drivers running well in points, struggling. Carolina Bradley came as race 7th in the points. Not the run she was hoping for tonight. So the points are going to be somewhat shaken up as we have 10 laps of racing to go. After this race, we will have our post-race show with Cody Smart and the Triple P clan. Cody Smart, Nathan Orman, Zachary Taylor, Kyle Langland, Sean Art, and them. They'll recap the truck race as well as this race here tonight. Talk about the Buffalo Wild Wings Series qualifying and also preview tomorrow's Buffalo Wild Wings Series race, the History Channel 300 here at Charlotte. Paul Walker's on pit road. This must be a scheduled pit stop if I'm correct. Yes, it is. So he's the first driver to pit. I think these drivers might pit because remember, they're on the CTS physics. Of course, Alyssa Albon will probably get a couple of her laps back, but that's kind of it. And at least she is up to speed, so Paul Walker knew he can make it the rest of the way, so he hit the pit lane. So these drivers are going to have to make a pit stop before this race ends. I see the 44 going to the apron. Looks like he's committing to pit road. Got to be careful getting on the pit road. We could see a stack up. Oh, look out. 94 just split through the middle. That's because they all checked up because some drivers were coming to pit road. That nearly caused an accident. That was close. Albon has gotten one of her laps back, so she is now 4 laps down. Cambridge still leads. Daisy Flowers and company come to pit road, so this is their scheduled stop. They can make it the rest of the way. Hopefully a caution does not come out, or this could really trap some drivers a lap down. They could end up having a pretty poor finish out of tonight's race. Looks like the leaders are coming to pit road. And the 35 as well as the 10 have stayed out. So your pit crew's got to do their job. Make sure you win this race. They were about to lap Daisy Flowers in the 25, but they decided they're coming to pit road. Esther Roberts did the same, so did Carolina Bradley. And I believe they're the last drivers that have hit the pit lane. So I don't know who would be the leader after all these pit stops have cycled. Maybe this group right here, the 42 and the 44. Don't know who is the leader. Look out. That was really close to being an accident. We're saying the 06 would be, unless the 06 hit the pit lane. It could be the 06 of Carolina Bradley. I don't know who it'd be. Let's see what the 25 is. As we're coming to 3 laps to go. So we don't know who is in the lead of the race. And it is Daisy Flowers. She and Curtis Glover currently the top 2 right now as we're coming to 2 laps to go in this race. These drivers had good pit stops, so now everyone can make it to the end on fuel. So fuel will not be an issue. 2 to go here at Charlotte. This has been a caution-free race to my surprise. These drivers did a very good job than our Truck Series drivers. Coming to the white flag. Last lap here at Charlotte. Can Daisy pass Curtis Glover? Curtis Glover came in this race 6th in the points. He's looking for his first win of the season, Curtis Glover, in that number 68 machine. Don't think the 25's got to run on the 68. Coming out turn 4, Curtis Glover will pick up his first win of the season. He will win tonight's race at Charlotte. The rain-delayed race that was postponed to tonight following the truck race belongs to Curtis Glover and that 68 team. Good job to him. He will go to victory lane. He might have more than likely jumped himself in the top 5 in the point standings after tonight's event. Waiting for everybody to cross so I can get the export done. Standings are now official. So Curtis Glover will go to victory lane for the first time this season. Daisy Flowers so close. She'll have to settle for second. Driver Cummins race 16th in the points, so she'll definitely move her way through the points table. Marcus Sellers had a good run tonight. Sellers came in his race 15th in the points. 3rd place for him. Good job to him. Nina Cambridge in 4th. Jennifer Power 5th. Pete Ramirez 6th. Drake Robertson 7th. Angela Thornburg, Carolina Bradley, and Tina Jones complete the top 10. Michael Anderson finished 12th. The gal that was trying to run him down for the points lead came home 20th. Where did the 73 finish? All the way down 23rd. Ooh. And Ben Carpenter 27th. Not sure what happened on his pit stop, but didn't have a good pit stop, whatever the case. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, a lot of drivers came in running well in points. Going to definitely take a hit. Ingrid Pollard came in this race 4th in the points, came home 21st. Of course, Natalie Fisher came in this race 2nd in the points, 23rd. Ben Carpenter came in this race 3rd in points, 27th. And of course, all 36 finished the race on track, 35 on the lead lap. Aaron Hornish, the last of them. Hornish was 9th in points coming in this race, so he'll absolutely take a hit in the standings. But everybody else all finished the race, and all are glad they finished the race, even though some drivers are absolutely going to take some hits in the points. One thing I can tell you is probably Michael Anderson has to be worried about Curtis Glover, because Curtis Glover actually finished 11 spots ahead of Michael Anderson. So I don't know who would be the points leader leaving tonight and heading into Milwaukee, but we're going to find that out right now, because coming up in a little, because I'm about to go ahead and do the points for you guys for the Arizona Amateur Series. Once again, here's another look at your results all the way to 36, and you will get ready to see your points coming up in just a second. So let's get to the points for you all. And congratulations to Curtis Glover on his first win of the season in that 68. I don't know, like I said, I don't know who would take the points lead, but I'm not going to take a wager on who that would be. But we're going to find out right now. Charlotte 100. And they went caution free. So that's pretty good for them going caution free. Of course, we're going to have a new driver in that ride. We're going to have a new driver next week at Milwaukee. And I'll get to that in just a second. So, yeah. Okay, let me do this. And here are your AutoZone Amateur Series points leaving Charlotte. Of course, Michael Anderson still leads the points, but his gap went to 38 points. So it was 5 points coming into the night. It will be 38 going into Milwaukee. Curtis Glover gained a couple of spots. He's now up to third. Jennifer Power fourth. Carolina Bradley fifth. As things stand, these 5 would be in the Truck Series. Ben Carpenter, Ingrid Pollard, Marcus Sellers, Daisy Flowers, Stephanie Carlson. That's the top 10 as we're going to look at your rookie points. Michael Anderson still leads the Rookie of the Year standings, so there you go. Well, folks, hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Race Crew today. We've shown you your full finish results. You are now looking at your rookie points and your overall points heading into your next AutoZone Amateur Series race. That will be next week from the amazing track of Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Mile. Of course, we still have our race weekend to continue. We got Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series coming your way from Charlotte. It should be a lot of fun. Until then, I've been Dean Evil signing off. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's race. As you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of the PCS Array, the best center racing around the world since 2017. Good night from Charlotte, everybody.